for teen.
Welcome folks, this is Admiral Revan here, and we are going to be talking a lot about 10.5 and 10.6, or 0.10.5 and 0.10.6. But anyways, are you ready? I am pretty much ready to tell you what's going on. So let's just start off with welcoming everyone here. So my friends, this is really important for you to be up to date in World of Warships. There's a lot of new changes going on in the next couple updates, so I'm gonna make sure that you're all aware of it and bring you up to speed as best you can. So, as you can see here, when you go into the World of Warships page, you got a lot of things going on here, like news updates and stuff like that. The game itself has changed a fair bit in terms of the upcoming new changes that's happening in the game. Let's just start off with the basics here. So we got combat discipline is getting updated. So the good old days of friendly fire is going to be disabled, but at a certain price that you'll be warned in terms of friendly fire, and as well as being banned in the game for it. Now, how it works is that if you continuously damage your teammate, you get pink status, and then if you keep doing it and doing it, your ship gets damaged in terms of health, and then on top of that, you also get another warning in orange that you get banned status and to be forced to do different modes in order to get it lifted. When you get to orange status down here, for example, you have to do these modes only and actually grind your way up to get it unlocked to be able to play the pink status, and then play that again to get that unlocked in the normal status you are. So that's from what I understand what orange status is. However, if it means just to play this and in order to jump back to the no violations, that's pretty cool. Either way, that's fine by me. I mean, like, it's focusing on friendly fire, people who don't play the game at all in game or lost internet connection with the server or something like that, and people just leave during the game, like rage quit or something like that. So mind you, it's a bit of a pro and a con, but it happens. So that will be more depth for you. I have mentioned this in my previous videos. I'll give you a link of it in a way so that you can check it out in yourself at your own time. This one, on the other hand, we got a lot of ships departing in 10.5. As you know, the Graspe, T-61 Haida, Z-39 Lenin, Asashio, and Lowenhart. All these are leaving pretty much at this week on the June the 16th. So you got pretty much like a couple days to get your finger out and do this real quick. So I would, just get it done. Do what you can. Get it done. There's a lot of good bundles here that you can get with those ships. There's a lot of, the reasons for it. I mean, like, the Sasha is great for deep water torp attacks against battleships and carriers, and can shoot at very long range, about 20 kilometers. Graspe, on the other hand, is like a baby Odin German cruiser, like battle cruiser class, and it is a heavy cruiser for the Graspe. It actually is pretty decent with 6 kilometer torps at the rear, and it has hydro, and it has decent main guns and secondaries. T-61 is very fun to play. It's a tier 6 destroyer, German destroyer, so it's very fun to enjoy doing that. Tier 7, the Haida, which is a Canadian warship. It's actually very fun to play as well in ranked, and as well as operations and random battles. Z-39 is the next good rival ship against it, and it's also fun to play. And it's honestly, I have used it a lot in ranked battles, and I love it. It's great. Lenin, on the other hand, is a Soviet-Russian Tier 8 battleship with 3 guns at the front of the ship, no guns at the rear, except for secondaries and AA defense. So basically, this ship is pretty much a front-on ship. You have to be careful how you play it because it's not a ship that you're rushing with it. It is decent. It's got good firepower, and it's like the Japanese Uzumo or the Pan-Asian battleship Beiji. But anyway, the idea is there, and it's a good rival ship to the Nelson, the British battleship called the Nelson. Speaking about that, the British battleship Nelson is leaving as well, so if you haven't got it, go get it. The Enric Leonhard is a German carrier at Tier 6, which is pretty decent for its aircraft, and also the secondaries in this thing is pretty awesome. If you love Stukas in this thing, this ship has them, and it's pretty fun to do. It's great to watch. The camos on these things are pretty awesome to, just flick through and have a look what they look like. Honestly, you're going to appreciate it very much and enjoy what you see. So that's just like it in a nutshell. The Jutland and also the German destroyer containers are actually fun to get. I would encourage you to go through them and check them out, see what you can get, and honestly, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. So, now the moment of truth. This brings to the latest development blogs. There's a lot of things going on here. So let's just start off with the basics. So the submarine testing for this game in 2021, there's a lot of things that have subjected to change since the last time we played it, and they're all very good changes. They're all very positive changes so far. They tried out the new dive capacity, also the deep control, depth controls and detectability and view. Torpedoes and sonar ping is different, but it's not too bad. It's improved a fair bit, so I have to admit Wargaming has done a great job. The next thing is about the hydrophone and hydroacoustics. Is actually pretty awesome. Definitely saying that hands down. But this is fun all around. I'm hoping that submarines finally get into World of Warships on a regular basis because we need a different game mode for it, but I'm looking forward to it at some point. The Friesland in the Netherlands, it's as you know that the announcement of the Dutch cruisers that we're talking about, the Dutch tech tree is coming up very soon, and with that being said, it's going to be a good positive change for all of us in general for us to check out on. So I can't wait. I cannot wait for it to see it to come into fruition. I think it's going to be nice overall. So, it's going to be great, I think. Now, I don't know about you, but here's the real kicker that came up today. So, most recently today, in the World of Warships community, that the Soviet or Russian aircraft carriers has been announced. There is a bunch of Soviet aircraft carriers have been put in for testing right now as we speak. Honestly, we knew it's going to be happening. We did. And eventually, like we were saying jokingly that, what's next? Russian carriers? Ha! Well, guess what? We just ate our words, and it's finally happening. So there will be a Tier 6, Tier 4, Tier 6, Tier 8, and Tier 10 carriers. All are going to be brand new for us to play with. They're all going to have some unique aircraft and also some awesome features with it. Now, I have to admit, these carriers each have a different reason for them. Honestly, that each squadron consists of only one attacking flight, and basically the Soviet carriers have a small number of aircraft in their squadrons, reaching up to 8 planes at Tier 10, so it's actually going to be interesting. Beginning at Tier 8, the planes are equipped with rocket boosters, similar to IC in tone. rocket boosters are automatically activated during takeoff and give a short-term increase in speed, so that's not too bad. All planes have a small amount of health points and cruise speed. Repair squadron consumers are available on the torpedo bombers. Torpedoes carried by torpedo bombers have long range and long aim arming, so that's actually pretty good to know. There's actually going to be interesting. The good concealment is right there too, so we're going to see. It's actually going to be pretty good. So it should be alright. The new ships that's coming out that we were talking about, like the Kearsarge for the American battleship Kearsarge, which is this one here. Also the Tier 8 Rochester and the Tier 9 cruiser called the Carnot. Interesting. They're all in testing phases. There's more details about them, so there's interesting debate about these things at this stage that you need to check out and read it for yourself and have a look. And I have to admit, that actually looks, sounds pretty good. The Tier 9 cruiser for the French is going to be more and more interesting. The Dutch cruisers, like the port of Rotterdam is actually getting updated, so this is going to be looking pretty more spiff and looking great. Honestly, they label out their ships as as they have here. They have these parachuting bombers that you'll see in game, which is pretty full on, and they actually can cause some serious damage and wreak havoc to the fleet, so just be careful. Looks like Dash is there. Awesome. But also you get the Dutch commandos like Michael de Rutte. I don't know if that's the right wording for it, but hey, at least they got some good perks for these captains. They outline what the missions are going to be like, the combat missions and more in this game. So, you know what? I think it's going to be a good start in the right direction. Okay. So let's just go with the latest update for the Grand Battle. The Grand Battle is like, for the Satsuma and the Yamato, and also the Hanover for the Germans. So both the Japs and the Germans go head to head with their super battleships, and it's actually pretty decent to check them out. So you get certain tokens in order to I think it's called intelligence tokens for you to unlock, so that you can play the other ship against your other teammates in its own game mode. But this has been on the PTS for a while now. If and when it comes on the live server, at least it's in the works and there's plans for it. So we'll see. So it's actually going to be pretty good. They got adjustment fire, which helps increases the the dispersion, or what else? Help out the reload time for the secondaries as well. Both battleships have different perks. So, main battery is focused on the Satsuma, whereas secondaries is focused on the Hanover. And honestly, it's going to be looking good. I think so, anyway. But here's a video 10.5. Give me a moment, we will play this and let you watch and listen.
Super battleships set sail in a new battle type. Attack aircraft get some adjustments, and friendly fire has been disabled. What's more, a brand new branch of German destroyers is now available for all players to research. Watch our review to get all the details.
Captain, the Grand Battle is calling to you. It's a new temporary battle type with 2 super battleships as its main protagonists. Please welcome Satsuma, a battleship project based on the legendary Yamato. However, one major difference is that she borrowed the caliber of her main guns from another heavyweight, Battleship Shikishima. Her main artillery comprises 4 twin gun turrets that house 510mm guns. The second super battleship stays within the traditions of German shipbuilding and is considered to be a direct descendant of the famous Grosser Kurfürst. Hanover has an impressive 32 128mm dual-purpose anti-aircraft artillery guns installed in 16 turrets. In other words, it's a fierce secondary battery that can pepper both enemy ships and aircraft full of holes. The battleship's main striking force lies in her 8 483mm guns. Quite something, right?
The 2 super battleships have a special new mechanic to take advantage of, adjustment fire. I'm sure that you'll find it exciting and enjoy the fresh gameplay it brings.
Any shells fired by each turret that either hit a locked target or splash down next to it will fill the adjustment fire meter. As soon as the meter is full, a temporary bonus that improves your super battleship's characteristics is activated. Satsuma gets an accuracy boost for her main battery, while Hanover's secondary battery performance gets enhanced. If your ship ceases firing for a certain period of time, the progress of the adjustment fire meter resets.
Want to know how you can get behind the helm of one of the super battleships? How you can test their mighty weapons and try out their new mechanics? Stay tuned. The answers are coming up.
As we've already mentioned, the super battleships play a significant role in the Grand Battle event. It's a new battle type that pits teams of 9 players against each other, playing Tier 9 and 10 ships, including the new super battleships. There's a limit of 3 super battleships per team. Now here's the main thing. You'll receive Hanover and Satsuma for rent in Update 0.10.5. However, to enter battle playing one of them, you'll need a new temporary resource, Intelligent Reports. You'll start off with enough reports to fight your first battle playing a super battleship. For the battles that follow, you'll need to earn more reports by taking over Tier 9 and 10 ships into the Grand Battle. Participate in the new event to earn dazzling expendable camouflages, the Grand Battle Flag, a patch, and several commemorative achievements.
Z31, Gustav Julius Merker, Felix Schultz, and Tier 10 Elbing. Update 0.10.5 brings new researchable German destroyers.
Expect powerful 150mm armor-piercing shells, decent armor for the ship type, and high-precision guns. These German newcomers are likely to catch the attention of even the most experienced destroyer captains. Don't believe me? Then try them out for yourself in Update 0.10.5.
Attention on deck. Important information. Friendly fire is disabled in Update 0.10.5.
From now on, your teammates won't be able to damage and sink your ship. The warning about nearby Allied torpedoes has also been removed. They can still hit your ship but won't inflict any damage. But don't think that you can now torpedo your allies or pelt them with shells and go unpunished. Doing so may result in a warning for unsportsmanlike conduct being issued. If the perpetrator doesn't stop, the punishment will be stricter. They'll first receive an HP penalty, and if they continue, they'll be sent to co-op battles to think about their behavior. Any players who are issued warnings for unsportsmanlike conduct in a battle do not earn any credits or XP for that battle.
The update also brings some adjustments to carrier aviation, attack aircraft specifically.
We've updated the rocket launching mechanics. Attack aircraft now fire small caliber machine guns prior to an attack. These don't inflict damage to ships, but they do show the exact spot where the rockets are going to hit. You can't alter the course of attack aircraft while this is happening, and it will give maneuverable ships a chance to dodge incoming rockets.
Let's move on to some other news for Update 0.10.5. Recruitment points have been changed.
This resource has been renamed Community Tokens. In addition to earning them by inviting new players, you can now also get them for various activities, such as participating in the public test or watching streams. You can exchange community tokens for ships, camouflages, commemorative flags, and other useful items in the armory.
We hope you enjoyed this summary of the most important new features in Update 0.10.5. As usual, you can find detailed information in a dedicated article on our official website. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon to stay tuned for the next episode. All done? Then see you in battle, Captain.
Of there's a lot of interesting content here, so it's got me thinking what's coming up here. So what you see here right now is it's pretty full on, folks, what you're seeing at the moment, so bear with me. What I can say to you is that there's a lot of new updates real soon. Please go check them out, definitely for sure. And I will encourage you to keep yourself up to date in the World of Warships blogs and everything. 10.6, before we get into that, the submarine testing and everything that came through was pretty decent. Soviet aircraft carriers, on the other hand, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know what Wargame is thinking. The Russians have aircraft carriers, but they really weren't. They were in design phases only. And the Russians didn't really have an aircraft navy to begin with, but hey, this is interesting. We get to play them at tier 4, 6, 8, and 10. Also, it gets some, new ships coming out, which is the Curse Age, the American Battleship tier 9, as well as the tier 9 French cruiser, as well as French battleship, the super heavy cruiser, and also the Coronet, and then the Rochester is an American cruiser tier 8, so that's actually pretty cool. We got a lot of choices to choose from, that's for sure. But hey, it's really coming down to what you can enjoy, and honestly, it is gonna be a very interesting time in World of Warships. The ports are getting updated. There's a lot of new stuff coming out for the Dutch cruisers coming out soon, is 10.6. There's a lot of updates coming out for that as well, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of updates coming in for 10.6 in the next few weeks or months as well. 10.5 is going to fall in soon, as of this week, and then give or take about a month later or so, you'll expect to see 10.6. But yes, folks, if you are wondering what's going on and everything like that, please definitely keep up to date with all the content and everything. Do the best you can to stay in touch with everyone out there, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep in touch with me, subscribe to the social media that I got there, and I hope to see you all on the next stream.